Dear students, today I am going to teach you very important point, the impact of Muslim League on Indian national movement. Dear students, you know that British government wanted to divide and rule. With reference to the divide and rule policy, Muslim League came to existence. That is very important point. Now, some impacts are there. I would like to mention here. The British welcomed the formation of the Muslim League. They supported the to Muslim League to provide an opposition to the Congress. Why? Because if Congress will be the political party of all segments of Indian society, so that will be very dangerous for the British Empire. Means it will be negative for prolong of the British Empire. That's why British intelligentsia focused on divide and rule policy, and British administration made their policy how to divide Hindu and Muslim and how to create a political organization that will be work against the Indian National Congress. They won initially the support of Muslims by asserting that the Muslim interests were different from those of the Hindus. Thus, the policies of the Muslim League to some extent weakened national sentiments. League's role in the beginning. The League had separate entity. Initially, it stood apart from the national movement. It sought greater representation of Muslims in all services. Dear students, I have told you that Indian National Congress demanded political rights, social rights of each and every segments of Indian society, educational rights, fundamental rights, whatever. But Muslim League only demanded the right and privilege of Muslims only as a regard representation in assemblies. Means in each and every institution that was developed in India, Muslim League demanded their representation only. It wanted more seats than its numerical representation, meaning Muslim League did not like that according to their numerical strength, seats will be granted to Muslim community. They communicated to government that our importance should be considered on the religious ground. Means Hindu is one, Muslim is second. And how many seats given to Muslims if government is going to nominate in state provincial legislative assembly or central legislative assembly. So government should take concern not on numerical strength but their religious importance. Its political activities were different, not so much against the foreign ruler as against the Congress. Its leader, belonging to the upper class, had little in common with the Muslim masses, and they did not fight for the removal of their grievances. Government support to the League. With the help of the Lord Minto the Viceroy, the League secured its demand for separate electorates. The provision for separate electorate in the Marley Minto reforms in 1909 was initially incorporated in the to please the Muslim League and create a rift between Hindu and Muslim. The phase of rapprochement from 1910 to 1913, a new forces emerged in the Muslim League. Means Muslim League political view was changed 1910 onwards. The Muslim League politics and some of its leaders realized that rapprochement with the Congress was desirable. Several factors were responsible for the change in the attitude. First one, Britain hostility in Turkey in the Turco-Italian War in 1911-12 and Balkan War in 1912-13 made a large section of Muslim leaders critical of the British policies. Dear students, you should understand, some Muslims were understanding that the British are our well-wisher, but some international events taken place that exposed the true nature of British government. Means earlier Muslim leaders wanted that British government are well-wisher of Muslim, but very soon they understood that but they understood that by diplomacy they are creating a showing that we are very well wisher of British of Muslims, and some international events taken place that expose the true nature of the British government when Turco-Italian War taken place and Balkan War made a large section of Muslims leaders critical of the British policies. The annulment of the partition of Bengal in 1911 was seen as a detrimental to the interest of the Muslim in India. The younger section of the emerging Muslim leaders disliked the loyalist policy of the Aligarh group and the leaders of the big Nawab and Jamindars. And some young scholars influenced by the Deobandi school of Muslims studies. Deobandi school, and there are two type of school. Please pay attention. First one, Aligarh school, or Aligarh Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental College, I think you know, and basically they became loyal to British government, British authority, but Deobandi school had in national spirit, and Deobandi school supported Indian National Congress. Among them most prominent were Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, Habibur Rahman, Hakim Afzal Khan and Muzhar ul Haq. These leaders belongs to Deobandi school. Deobandi school is situated in Lucknow, I think you know. Congress and these leaders had lot of faith in Indian National Congress because they did not believe that Hindu and Muslims are two qawm. They believed that Hindu and Muslims are one qawm. Congress and League, when the British government acted against the Turkish interest and supported the cause of the Balkan countries, the Indian Muslims stood up and launched a Khilafat movement against the British. The Congress cooperated with them, and Khilafat issue was included as one of the demand of the non-cooperation movement. As a result, a pact was signed that was known as Lucknow Pact. And in Lucknow Pact, two events are there. Please pay attention. Hindu-Muslim unity came to existence. Indian National Congress and Muslim League came to existence. And two wings of the Indian National Congress that was separated in Surat split. Okay, that they came together. So means Indian National movement is strengthened. Now, Lucknow Pact was signed between the Congress and League in 1916. According to the pact, the Congress accepted the concept of the communal electorate with the subsequently added to the communal bitterness and partition of country on communal lines. The communal divide continued in 1913. The idea of the two nations states was born, and in 1940 session of the League at Lahore, Jinnah put forward his two-nation theory. Thus, despite several opposition from the Gandhiji, the country drifted toward the partition. The communal right broke out in the country, and in 1947, separate country Pakistan came into existence. So, dear students, these are important points. Basically, that Muslim League, which was created by a handful of people, and a result was very negative. In 1947, what happened? India had been divided into separate dominion, and one new country came to existence, that is known as Pakistan. Okay, and the seeds of Pakistan seeded by Lord Minto. It is very famous statement told by many renowned historian. So dear student, today only this much, and next day I'll release one more video. Thank you.